good morning, and welcome to the VSA Capital 5-Minute Morning Miner. It's Wednesday, the 28th of June. And Paul, the gold price is still going for it, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Trying to test 5,300 an ounce now.
It really is. It's 52.93 at the moment as we speak. Who would have thought it? Well, we did at VSA, although I've got to say it's now running even further than I thought. It really is quite remarkable. But I think we're just going through, we've finished probably phase one of the 3-year bull market in commodities, and there's normally about 5 phases. So we now move on to phase two. And obviously, when you move through the phases, you start looking at slightly different stocks potentially. And you've always, in this sort of a market, you need to, if you take place in a placing and you make 5 times your money very quickly, which is quite easy to do, rotate a bit, because it'll probably then come back, and then you can go into the next placing that comes along. And you need to just keep taking them and holding on to a chunk, but rotate the profits a little bit. I also noticed this morning that uranium's up to 92.50, and there's no question doubt that will be going through the $100 mark pretty soon, I suspect. Anyway, look, it's all very exciting times. Let's just start off, Paul, if we may. We should have mentioned, and it's my fault really, yesterday there was some news out on Avino silver, which is one of our favorite TSX-listed silver miners in Mexico, one of the ones that I visited last August in my 4. But they've done some more drilling, haven't they, at their La Preciosa mine? Just to update us on that, Paul.
Yes, they announced late Monday, actually, 6 drill hole results from the La Preciosa mine, their newest mine there in Mexico. This is in part infill drilling results, but one hole was also a twinned hole. And some representative the results from that was from hole 2512, 585 grams silver, 0.65 grams gold over almost 5 meters, or hole 2514. Also on the Gloria vein this time, 694 grams silver and 0.63 grams gold over 4.5 meters. And those are two true widths as well. What they've noted in this round of drilling, and this is a total of 14 hole program for 3,500 meters, is that the silver grades are coming in higher than what has been in the historic block model in these particular areas. And these holes are coming up with some additional vein intercepts, narrow ones which hadn't been hit in prior drilling as well, and they're also outside of the, in many cases, outside the current mineral resource estimate, which they will add in here in coming weeks to a new MRE, because these results on La Preciosa were not prior in, or they were drilled or otherwise assays received prior or after the cutoff period on the 2025 MRE. So very good looking numbers back from Avino at this point.
Yeah. Whilst in Mexico and talking of silver and gold, you better just mention the fourth quarter production update from Fresnillo, which all looked pretty good. Slightly higher gold production guidance, wasn't there?
It was, but it came in lower production on a year-on-year basis for both gold and silver, 48.7 million ounces, which was in part in line with the revised guidance, but down 13.5% from last year. And gold production, also 600,000 ounces, which was better than their revised guidance, but still down 5% year-on-year. They've also put out 2026 production guidance, but that is to be even lower overall still. With silver expected to be between not more than 46.5 million ounces, and gold production not more than 550,000 ounces. Their base metals production, they think, will stay pretty much unchanged for prior estimates. But these changes in part are due to changes in mine sequencing at their individual mines, particularly the mature ones, in order to optimize on this current run in precious metals prices in order to get best value from those ore blocks. So not a bad set of numbers, and certainly when the financials come out, it will definitely show nice improvements there.
Yeah, look, the market quite likes it. It's up 100p at 42.40, up 2.3%. Quickly, Paul just mentioned Pulsar Helium. Again, it's a VSA client, but they've just sort of not. They've been going for quite a long while, haven't they, on their Jetstream 5? And I think they've sort of completed the drilling, just updated there. Very quickly, Paul, please.
Yes, please. That's completed that whole Jetstream 5 on their Topaz Helium project in Minnesota, completed to a depth of 3,800 feet. They've moved on to drill hole 6. But when in coming out of Jetstream 5, they ended up getting the rod stuck in the hole and left about 1,200 or over 1,200 feet of rod stuck in the hole. They will come back to Jetstream 5 in order to try to fish those rods out of there because they haven't completed final measurements on the hole intervals. And if they can recover the string, then it will allow that hole to be used for future production. So it would be worthwhile at least to give it a good try to get those stuck rods out.
Not always easy to fish them out, though.
That's right.
Okay, look, the big deal today actually was Atalaya Mining, which raised £127 million. That's a serious institutional placing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Not a bad one at all. Here, placing 12.7 million shares at a price of £10 per share. And both of the placing and the retail offer were significantly oversubscribed. You have to remember Atalaya is a copper producer there in Spain, and this money will obviously be used in order to push along their development opportunities on other ore bodies in the immediate Rio Tinto mine area that they already are working on. So this is just to speed up that process for sure.
Yeah, it's a really good raise. Well done to them. Often it's compared with Camel, and I think it's put them on a level, a league above Camel now by being able to demonstrate that. But we'll see. We could do with some financials and news out of Camel really to see what they're going to do. Also, one we've talked a lot about, Strategic Minerals. They just had an update from more drilling results, which again are still very, very good, aren't they, Paul?
Yes, that's right. This was drilling results back from them specifically on a single hole that they've put in as a twin to a historical 1980s. It has come up according to prognosis with a high-grade tin of intervals of half a meter to a meter, better than 1.25% in tin. And it is in a zone that they had identified in the district, which is, or in the property, which is supposed to be copper and tin rich, but there's also some good intervals of tungsten in there as well. But the primary purpose of this whole twinned hole was to be able to verify the 1980 results such that they can use the 1980 drilling information on other holes toward a resource statement and feasibility in due course.
Yeah, look, the fact of the matter is Cornwall is a very resource-rich county.
And very wet this weekend.
It is pretty wet. My wife's down there at the moment, and she says it's still raining down there, and there are problems on the M5 and the A30 that are blocking the road. So she may not be able to come back. Who knows? But that's my worry, or her worry, not yours. But yeah, look, there really is an awful lot of resource down in Cornwall. We should be far more focused as a country on what is down there and actually getting it going. Because it could create huge revenue for the county, the country, the people. But anyway, I've said enough of that before in the past. Okay, I think that's about it, Paul. That'll do. Back tomorrow, thanks.
See you then.
This podcast has been produced and edited by VSA Capital. It is intended for information purposes and not as investment advice. The information is intended for recipients who understand the risks associated with equity investments in smaller companies. Please do your own research and do not rely on a single source when making an investment decision. VSA Capital may derive fees from this content and seeks to do business with the companies mentioned.